Hey, this is Ryan and Angela from AwesomeReviews.com, and we just finished watching The American. The American stars George Clooney as Jack and Edward, depending on who he's talking to that day, as a hitman who is completely paranoid out of his mind that somebody is on their way to kill him. This serves to be true throughout the movie, as it seems everyone is out to kill him.
Yeah.
But unlike the trailer is depicting, it is not a Bourne Identity type film. This is a slow burn, and I really am kind of upset that I'm hearing that people are knocking on the movie for not being so much like the Bourne Identity, because the movie is its own thing. It's completely and totally original, and it's true suspense. There's nothing I can think of in the past 2 or 3 years that is as suspenseful as The American.
Yeah. Everyone says that every film that George Clooney does is Oscar worthy, but those are all basically trash compared to the way he was portraying this paranoid character in this film. There was hardly any score to go along with it. There's a few tweaks of violin here and there. I feel sorry if you go see this in a theater with like a Transformers-esque film going next door, because you're going to hear that over and over again. It's a very, very quiet film and shot in a beautiful small town in Italy, and it's showcased so well because the director, Anton Corbijn, used to be a photographer for years, going around shooting bands and then scenery. And you might know him from Control, which is a Joy Division film from a few years ago.
Yeah, I saw that, and it is great. And the two films are a total contrast of each other, because Control, completely and totally black and white, and this film is so colorful and vibrant, yet meek and just absent of color at times to show you the emotions of George Clooney and how he is feeling. The way that he shot this film, it's almost as if you could tell that he was watching films from Kubrick or Coppola. I haven't seen a film like this since The Godfather.
Yeah, or Tetro.
Yeah, or Tetro. It's fantastic.
And that, like more what you were saying with the trailer. The trailer's playing it a little bit more like an action film. This is a straight-out art house film, and we're big indie dorks. That's why we loved it so much. I mean, that's part of the reason. Part of it is because it succeeded so well at what it set out to do, which was, make you feel what that character's living through, and also showcasing a town or an environment the way that every director should be able to do, with sweeping landscape picturesque views of mountainsides and aerial views of a winding road going down a mountainside, or hearing the clicks of heels walking on pebblestone streets in back alley corners. And it was so detailed that's why I fell in love with it so much.
And to play off more what you're saying, and in fact, all of my favorite directors do this perfectly. They don't just shoot scenery and stuff that's beautiful just to shoot stuff that's beautiful. Each thing has its own meaning. To show that long, windy road explains to you how far away George Clooney's character is driving to get to a certain spot. Yeah. That will play into stuff that happens later on in the film.
Yeah, every shot was purposeful.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that, because there's been lots of movies where they'll let you know it's in a beautiful place, but you're really only seeing it because of kind of B-roll shots they're throwing in between scenes, whereas this was a beautiful shot because George Clooney is in that cafe drinking coffee, or in this field shooting a test rifle or something. Everything was purposeful, so that was really great.
I mean, overall, the film is fantastic. I hope it does well, and I hope people go and see it, because this movie was like a breath of fresh air for me from the horrible. This summer was horrible. This
was like the first, well, besides A Couple, this was the first real movie of the year.
Yeah, I agree.
A movie I could watch over and over again, a movie I would want to take all of my friends to go and see, so I would definitely suggest that you put out a few bucks to go and see it one night. And, I mean, I think they're going to do okay having George Clooney in it. He's got a pretty good fan base, but maybe watching the trailer, they're not going to have an interest in it or have any idea what it's about. So that's what we're for, I guess. So.
Yeah. Oh, I hope the trailer sets out what it's meant to do to get, you know, the general public to come out and see this movie, and I hope they appreciate it for what it is instead of
what it's not.
Yeah, of what it's not, because every Hitman movie isn't like the Bourne Identity and stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't have to take down the big corporations.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's better
you don't
just
have to have that last kill.
Yeah, sometimes it's better just to see a day in a life of somebody extraordinary.
Yeah.
And that's what this is. And it's an extraordinary film. It's
also
exceptional.
It keeps to the basics of the fact that, like, every person wants to be loved. Every person wants to feel something in their life, and you feel that from Clooney's
Yes.
character so much through the film that, I mean, you feel sorry for him at times, you feel scared with him, you feel excited at times. I mean, it was so in-depth, and it's so much more than, I mean, I hate to just keep going on and on, but it's just so much more than what you get out of everyday Hollywood films by being so simple and minimalistic.
Yep. And I would give this film 5 custom rifles out of 5. Sorry, I really had to think about that.
I know, I haven't really even thought about it yet, but it's, I mean, you have to, there's a little bit of Italian language going on here, so 5 beautifully spoken Italian words.
So I guess
Out of
that means
5.
that we really didn't have to think about it that much because it gets the McConaughey salute. So go see this. I applaud Focus Features for everything they do.
Yeah.
This was a brilliant piece of work from them, and George Clooney, I hope he wins an Oscar because he totally deserves it. This character was completely out of his norm. And that's it from Lost in Reviews.
Thanks.
Bye.